Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know I'm looking a little crazy right now. I just did some dry shampoo in my hair and I'm gonna clip it back up. Today I think I'm gonna do a full face and we will get a visitor because my son is here. And my husband's working, so it's just us two. So he will probably pop in and out throughout the video, but that's okay. Today I'm going to do a full face of my favorites, so not your typical favorites video, but I want to actually show you how I use them and why I like them. So we're going to clip our hair back and get started. Okay, so I clipped my hair back and it looks crazy, but that's okay, I don't care. I had mentioned that I spritz my hair with some dry shampoo, and if you all don't know, my absolute favorite dry shampoo is the Batiste Dark Deep Coloring. It's the hint of color with the dark deep brown. So this is my absolute favorite. This can is almost gone, and I always repurchase, and I love it. So that's what's in my hair. And I like to spritz that before I actually do my makeup, so that way it has a chance to really settle into the hair, absorb the oils, and then when I go to do my hair after I'm finished my makeup, it's nice and fresh. So of course, being a makeup lover, I can be a little high maintenance. So I like to mix products and combinations of products to create my own kind of, mixture and creation. So for priming lately, my favorite combination has been the Boscia. This is the No Pores, No Shine T-Zone Treatment. I found this at TJ Maxx for $10. It's 1 fluid ounce, which is a whole lot of product. And it's really good. I've really been liking it. And then, so I use this on my T-zone and my oiliest spots. And then I use the Baby Skin by Maybelline as a pore filling primer right in my cheek area and a little bit on my chin to really disguise and hide those pores. So I'm going to go in right now and do that. With the Boscia No Pores, No Shine T-Zone Treatment, I like to do 1 pump. So that's 1 full pump. And then I just like to pat it in the oily spots. So I don't like to rub this product in. I like to just pat it, and then I'll make sure it gets into my creases. And this just really absorbs into the skin and helps to mattify. Okay, and while I let that sink into my T-zone, I'm going to go in with the Baby Skin from Maybelline. And I just do like a pea-size amount, which looks like this. And I take it on my 3 fingers, not the pinky, but just the 3. And then I like to tap that right into my pore area, or the area that has the most pores, which is my cheeks. And I also like to pat this in. So as I'm patting, I'm kind of dragging as well. And then what I'll do is once I'm finished patting this in, I just take it and rub it on the outside areas where I don't have any other primer, and really make sure it's pressed into those pores. And then I like to just let that sit for a minute so that way it can sink into the skin. I say a minute, probably a couple of minutes. I'm gonna go brew myself some coffee real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so we brewed our coffee, and this is a this is a reindeer mug. It's just one of the biggest mugs that I own, so I keep it out year round because I like a big cup of coffee. You can tell it's all the way to the top. Oh, so good, so good. Anyway, so next step that I like to do is color correct underneath these eyes. And I've mentioned this before, but my absolute favorite color corrector is the Bobbi Brown Serum Corrector. And I have mine in the color Light Peach 10. This is the same one that I've been working on. So even though this is an expensive product, in my opinion, it is well worth it, because if you've been watching my channel from the beginning, I have been using this, and so that's been like 4 or 5 or 6 months, something like that. And that product is $40, but for 6 months of use is pretty good, and I'm still going. I don't think I can tell it's getting lower in product, but I'm still going strong, and I don't think I'm gonna have to repurchase anytime soon. But I absolutely love that Bobbi Brown Serum Corrector. And I go in with my favorite blending brush for the corrector, and that's my Sephora brush number 54. This is actually a blush brush, but it's like a duo fiber. And it's so fluffy that it just buffs that serum out so beautifully. And I just pounce this in. And that serum corrector is great because it's super lightweight. So it covers up the darkness, the purple and blue tones under the eyes, but it sinks right into the skin, so it doesn't give any cakiness under the eye. And just like that, I'm color corrected. Oh, I love it. So a favorite, of course, is the Beauty Blender. This is the red one, although it doesn't look red because this is a pretty old one. It's on the verge of needing to be replaced. But a Beauty Blender is always in my favorites because it just applies the product so smoothly. And I wanted to mention it, the way that I'm bouncing it up and down. I think everybody pretty much uses the Beauty Blender in that way. But I was doing a friend's makeup the other day, and she was saying how she actually swipes the Beauty Blender, and she wasn't getting the coverage of the pigmentation that she wanted from her foundation. And when I was doing it, I was pouncing it, and so she realized, like, oh, pounce the product into the skin. So if you're not getting enough pigmentation, a Beauty Blender will shear out whatever foundation you're using to begin with, but if you're pouncing it into the skin, you will get more coverage from swiping it. I just wanted to mention that. So that's how that combination of foundation looks on my skin. Like I said, that combination is not really a crazy favorite, but it has been my go-to basically just to use up those products. My next favorite combination is for concealer. This is the Amazing Cosmetics Concealer in the color Light Golden. And this is my NYX HD Concealer in the shade 02. I absolutely love this combination. This one is more like my skin tone. It gives me a very full coverage. And with the Amazing Cosmetics Concealer, it's super thick, so you don't need a ton of it. I just squirt out a little bit on my finger. And what I do is I use my fingers to warm it up, because I found that this product works better if it's warmed up a little bit, and you don't need a ton of it. I mean, look at how much it's spread out already from that little bit. And what I do is I take it and I push it into the areas that have some pores underneath my eyes. And this gives me extreme full coverage, but you see how it's basically my skin tone? So this is going to give me extreme full coverage, but I don't put it right underneath my eye because it will crease like crazy on me. It took me forever to realize, like, you see how much I've used already? It took me forever to realize how to use this product because I hated it at first, and now it's become an absolute favorite. And then I take my NYX HD Concealer, and I use this one to give me some brightness. So I'll take this, and I'll just put it right on top, and this is what's going to give me the brightness. And then I do brighten up all those other areas of my face. And I'll go in with a Beauty Blender and just blend it out. And as I'm pouncing this, I like to take the product that was on the cheek, and then I slowly bring it up to under the eye. So that way I'm getting the coverage underneath there, but I'm not getting a bulk of product, so that it's not going to crease.
Mommy, that's something.
Sorry about that. Like I said, he's going to make an appearance every now and then. But I take it and I put that right up into the under eye. So that way, like I said, I'm getting the coverage. And then I like to take it on top of the eyelid as well. So that way we have a nice even base. And you can see how much that just brightened and covered all the discoloration, all the darkness, all the lines. It brightened. I just love the way that that combination looks. Lately, what I've been really enjoying is a combination of this e.l.f. translucent mattifying powder and my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder to set the under eyes in the places that I've put concealer. So the e.l.f. powder looks like this, and it's a lot of a pink toned base. Even though it says it's translucent, it's very pink toned, and I set under my eye. This is just a very light setting of the under eye. And I set everywhere else that I put concealer. And I really push the product into the lines. So this product is really good, especially for being like $3. I also push it into the nose crevices, because that's where I get a lot of product breakdown and a lot of like creasing. So I want to make sure that's all set. And then if you've ever noticed, can you tell how the foundation and stuff is settling into my fine lines? So just pounce right over that before you set it. And that way the lines won't be there. Or they won't be as visible. But this powder is too dark. Even though it says it's translucent, it's way too dark. It doesn't give me the brightness that I need. But I do like it to initially set everything. And then what I do is I go in with my Laura Mercier little puff that comes with the mini one. And I will literally just press this powder into all of those areas under my eyes. So I'm essentially baking. But I don't put just a thick layer. I just really, really work it into the skin. This, I tell you what, really helps to keep me matte all day long. So if you're having an issue with like baking with this product, because what happened to me was I was trying to bake with it and it was drying out my under eyes so bad. So I was like, I hate this. It's not worth what everyone said it's worth. And I tried doing it a few different ways until I found this way, and this way absolutely works for me. So all in those same areas, and this for some reason helps to brighten it up as well, because it is a little bit more of an ivory white tone. It helps to brighten it up, give it back a little bit of brightness, but it absolutely keeps me matte all day long. So I really love using it like this. So just to recap that, the Laura Mercier is the actual favorite. The e.l.f. translucent setting powder is just what I use underneath it. This is interchangeable. I use the Wet n Wild 2-pan contoured palette that they have. I've used other e.l.f. products. So this one's not the favorite, but the Laura Mercier is the favorite for my setting powders. Absolutely love it. I'm going to go ahead and set the rest of my face with my Givenchy pressed powder foundation. I have repressed it. That's why it looks crazy. This is not a favorite. It's just what I use every day. So I'm just going to go ahead and set my face and be right back. Okay, so for my next favorite, it's going to have to be this Sephora bronzer. I have worn the heck out of this thing since I've gotten it. You can tell the shiny side always wears down faster than the matte side. It's just how the product works. But I absolutely love this product. Right now it's on sale on Sephora's website for $11. I highly recommend going to purchase this if you have a light to medium skin tone like I do. What I do is just swirl my brush in all of the product, tap some of it off, and this just gives me the nicest bronze glow. And I put it in my cheeks, on like the hollows of my cheeks, my temples. And then I'll kind of work it down to the neck as well. And I like this one because it gives a really nice color tone. But I also really love this bronzer because it's super affordable. And it gives a nice glow to the skin. So even though it has that shiny and matte side and you can localize where your brush goes, it's nice to just swirl it around and get that nice shiny glow to bring some life back into your skin. So I just feel like my whole face looks alive now instead of completely drabbed out with all the foundation and concealer. And of course I'm taking it onto the neck because I want to disguise all that double chin. And not that it totally disguises it, but you know. Okay, so I went ahead and also contoured and did my brows. I don't really have any new favorites for those. It's just the same old products that I've been using. But two all-time favorites, absolute favorites for my eyes are the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. I absolutely love this stuff. I always use it. I've tried other brands, other types. This is just one of my favorites. It lasts forever and well worth the money in my opinion. And then on the total opposite end of the spectrum of prices is the Wet n Wild Single Shadow in Creme Brulee or Brulee. This costs $1. It's my absolute holy grail setting powder for my eyeshadow. So I'm going to go ahead and put this and prep my eyes and I'll be right back. Okay, so you can tell I set my eyes. I put the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion on, and then I set it with that Wet n Wild Single Shadow in Brulee, and it really just creates a nice even base for all of my powdered shadows to go on top of. And with this combination, those shadows will last all day, all night, and will not crease at all. It doesn't matter if I'm using drugstore, high-end, middle of the road. It doesn't matter what eyeshadow I'm using, it will not budge with this combination underneath it. So I don't really have any eyeshadow favorites right now. I'm kind of working on some stuff, and I've been doing my Pan That palette, so I've been consumed with certain shadows. So I'm going to go ahead and just do an eye look off camera, and I'll come back with some more favorites. Okay, so I thought I'm going to do a little bit more of a dominant lip today. So I did super basic eyes. I actually tried out a new Marc Jacobs, well, it's not new, but it's new to me, the Marc Jacobs eyeshadows, a trio that I got in gratis. I'm not overly overwhelmed. I'm not impressed by any means. For the price of those shadows, they were definitely not great. Sorry if you can hear that. My little boy is playing with his, I don't know, toy. Anyway, these shadows are nothing great, nothing special. On to something that is great and special. That is definitely one of my favorites. These are the same thing, just the full size and the miniature size of the Kat Von D tattoo eyeliner. This full size one's almost out, so I took out my mini size so that way I can use that one up. But I absolutely love this eyeliner. I'm going to do a wing with it. Unfortunately, I suck at doing it on camera. I'm so sorry, but I absolutely love this eyeliner. So I'm going to do a wing and be right back. Okay, so now that I have put on that wing liner, they don't match 100%, but I do love that Kat Von D tattoo liner. It is one of my favorites. It's so black. You can do a thin line, you can do a thick line. I typically do a thick line because I usually mess up because I suck at liner, but they usually turn out pretty okay. So let's go in with my next absolute favorite, which is so crazy because this product's been around for a while, like my other favorites, but this is the Frat Boy blush by The Balm. This was a little sample that I got like in a Ipsy probably. They come in Ipsy a lot, I think. This has been my absolute favorite blush. It goes, I mean, you can tell I've used the hell out of it. It's everywhere. But this blush goes with every single look that I do. It's just the most natural flush of color, and I absolutely love it. So I just put it on my cheeks. And I kind of pounce it, I brush it. I do different things to apply it. But I just like to do like the apples of the cheeks and then take it back. And this just really gives like a beautiful blush. I usually work slow with the product to build it up. But it just layers beautifully. And it just gives a nice flush. So that's it right there. I love this blush. I'm going to use this whole sample. I have a million blushes. I probably won't repurchase it at this time, but I highly recommend it, and it's something that I may repurchase in the future. I absolutely have been loving that blush, and it stays all day. People say blush is the first thing to go. That blush I don't have an issue with. It just lasts all day. Next favorite that I have, of course, is a duo. No pun intended, I guess. I didn't realize. It's the lashes from Sephora collection. They're the number 33 Fierce. These are my absolute favorite. I have worn them in multiple tutorials. And then along with that, the Duo Glue, but it's the green one. It's the one that has the applicator like this that you can just brush the glue on. If you can tell, I've used this much already. It's very thin consistency, so you can only imagine how many times I've applied this to lashes to use up that much. So I'm going to pop these lashes on and be right back. So I went ahead and applied those lashes. They are my absolute favorite. They just make any look just so much better. Some people are not going to like these lashes because the lash band is pretty thick, but once you get used to working with them, they work very well. They're just one like solid lash. They're not fluttery individual lashes like maybe like the Ardell Wispies. They're just this kind of like a solid, if you can tell, band. So they're very thick. They're very durable. I've worn this particular pair probably close to 10 times, and they're showing no signs of wear and tear. I will continue to wear them until they fall apart. These particular lashes only cost $10, so if you can find them on, I can't find them online. I don't know if they stopped selling them, but I found them in stores. So if you can find them in stores, it's the number 33 Fierce from Sephora brand. They're only $10, so you really can't beat that. I mean, I know you can at the drugstore. They have really phenomenal lashes at the drugstore, but I really, really enjoy these. And I have pretty long lashes to begin with, so if I'm going to wear lashes, they need to be bam in your face. I don't want anything supernatural. I don't want anything like, oh, are those your lashes? No, I want people to look at me and say, whoo, those lashes are freaking awesome. And they're freaking awesome. Anyway, so the Duo Glue, like I said, my absolute favorite. I guess, oh, bottom lashes, duh. So for bottom lashes, my absolute favorite is the MAC Extended Play. They have the Giga Black, I think, which is a blacker version, but this one's so black, I don't need more than this. So, I mean, they're both exactly the same. The little bitty wand. But these just coat every single lower bottom lash line hair perfectly. So the bristles just grab onto the hair. And look, that was like 3 swipes. I'm done. Oh, it's so good because the wand is long, but it's thin. Say hello.
Hello.
My doodlebug is in his undies right now, so that's all you're getting. So I went ahead and put on my lipstick. Not a favorite, but it's something that I've been having in my collection that I really haven't tried out. It's the Lolita 2 liquid lipstick from Kat Von D. I do like the way it looks with this eye look. It's a little bit bold, but it's nothing too out of the box. I thought I was going to do something a little bit more intense for a lip, but I really like the way that this looks. Like I said, that lower lash line just looks phenomenal with that MAC Extended Play lash. So I'm going to go ahead and spritz my face. This is an excellent, I guess I could call this a favorite. So this is all just bubbles because I shook it up real quick. But this is an excellent makeup setting spray. It's from Pure Cosmetics. And it's the Hydrate and Set. It's the Miracle Mist. So I've already used, as you can tell, a whole bunch of it. And typically I wouldn't use a hydrating setting spray because I have oily skin, but I find that this melts all the makeup together, all those powders that I packed on. It just sets everything into itself, and it makes my face look beautiful, and it doesn't make me get any oilier than I typically would using any other setting spray. So I really do, and I really have been enjoying this. It also has a really nice lemon citrus scent. So what I do is I kind of shake it up. I don't know why. I always shake up my sprays just because I don't know if there's products in there that need to be mixing. I mean, clearly you can see this one. There's nothing in there. But I always shake up my sprays. And then I just, from way far back, douse myself in it. And you can see how it sprays a lot, so you might not like that much spray. So just 1 or 2 spritzes. I like to douse myself, and then I fan myself off, so that way it dries. Oh, I didn't put on any highlight. Okay, I'm going to let this set, and then I'm going to get a highlight. Okay, geez Louise, I cannot believe I almost said I was finished my face without a highlight. Are you kidding me? That is not, I have to highlight. I have to highlight. So, I cannot lie, I have been using the heck out of this Carly Bible palette. It is my Pan That palette for 2017. And, I have been using the heck out of it. So, did I already post it? Yes, I posted my update so I could show you guys. It's not a big deal. This is what the palette looks like. These 2 rows are eyeshadows. And then this top row up here is highlights and a darker highlight bronzer shade for me. But I have been absolutely loving these 3 highlighters. They are so good. So I'm going to go in with this gold tone, and then I'm probably going to top it off with this champagne tone. Let's see. I like to use this Real Technique setting brush as my highlight brush. So I just first go into that gold tone. And these are not, I don't know why people don't love them. Look at that. Do you see that? I know you see it. People are saying that the quality of these is powdery and chalky, and I just don't know what they're talking about. I mean, look at that. That doesn't look powdery. That doesn't look chalky. That looks wet and metallic on the skin. That was this golden tone right here, and now I'm going to go into the champagne-y tone. just because that gold on me can be a little dark. So I need to lighten it up a little bit. And I just go in with that champagne tone right on top. Oh my god, look, I mean, yes, highlight is going to show texture. So yes, I have texture on my skin, but any highlight that I put on is going to show that texture. These are absolutely phenomenal. Oh, and we're getting some sound effects from my son's toys. But look at that. Are you kidding me? That highlight is phenomenal. So if you have not checked out this Carly Bible palette, the eyeshadows are also phenomenal. So if you haven't checked out that Carly Bible palette, go check it out. It's $14.50. You can get it on BH Cosmetics website or Ulta's in-store and website. I do like to just go over and kind of blend all the products on my cheeks together and kind of dampen that nose highlight, but I love the highlight. So that is it for my favorites, a full face of some favorite products and some other products just thrown in. If you have any questions about any of the products that I use, just let me know in the comments. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so that way you can catch all of my future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye.